What's going on, everybody? It's Game Unboxing Reviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Dimensions news update. Now, this video is, of course, another trailer analysis of the launch trailer. Yes, another trailer analysis. I didn't think I'd be doing another one so soon, but yep, here I am. Now, here's the thing with this. Since it's the launch trailer, it may be the last trailer analysis that I'll be doing for a while, for this game at least. But then again, one thing I did notice is we haven't really seen a lot on what the actual level packs give you, and I think they might keep, Wave 1's level packs a surprise for when you actually pick it up, so you can see what the Back to the Future one is and stuff like that. But then with, for example, Doctor Who, which is November, and Ghostbusters in January, maybe they'll release a trailer showcasing what you get with that pack, and of course a bit of the level, just to give you a rough idea of what you're getting. And if they do, of course, I'll do a trailer analysis, because that should be a lot of fun. Now then, also tomorrow is going to be a YouTube series for LEGO Dimensions. I'm not really sure what it's going to be showing, what it's going to be about or anything, but it should be interesting to see what it's all about. And apparently it's going to be a weekly thing, so that sounds fun. And of course, once this game is finally out, guys, I will have so much content on the channel to cover for this game. If you're excited about this game, or even if you're not sure if you want it, I'll be here to provide as much content as humanly possible. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first off, of course, here we can see Legolas flying around in the DeLorean in Middle-earth. I absolutely love the design of the DeLorean in this game, because the cool thing is, when you think about a brick build, you think it might affect the actual design, because when you're making a brick build, you're making a smaller version of that vehicle, and sometimes when you're doing that, it affects the actual detail, you won't be able to see all the little details. But when I look at this, I see the DeLorean, and that is really great to see. And of course, the fact that you have free forms that you can turn it into, that is just super cool. You can have the normal DeLorean, you can have a flying one, I think there's one that shoots missiles. It's just, there's so much cool stuff you can do with just the DeLorean alone. And of course, Legolas is awesome already, so I don't really need to talk about him. We can of course see some orcs, and I'm sure Legolas will have no problem taking them out. But one thing that I did find interesting, except for the fact that there's a Riddler thing above the ceiling, I guess, you can see some question marks. But the thing I found interesting about this part of the trailer is, if you look, there's an entrance and it's blocked by all these signs and debris and everything, and they're actually taken from a bunch of dimensions. We can see the Ace Chemicals sign, we can see Krusty Burger, and I think that 67 might be from Portal. I could be wrong about that, it might be Midway, but it looks to be something to do from Aperture Science Labs. Now then, the cool thing about this is we've seen in the trailers, Lord Vortek, played by Gary Oldman, which is awesome, seems to be using the dimensions at an advantage. He's bringing all these things into other dimensions to kind of use to stop you from, well, stopping him, basically. So I think there's going to be some really cool crossovers in the main story, as well as, actually being able to play it in free play as well. So that should all be very exciting. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I just thought this was an extremely cool part of the trailer. It's just cool seeing Owen Grady standing outside Arkham Asylum. I mean, that's just awesome. I don't know what it is, but it's just really cool. And I like how Owen Grady isn't really a, well, we'll say a copy and paste kind of character, if you know what I mean. Like, if you play LEGO Jurassic World, you'll know he's got quite a few cool abilities and everything. And he does kind of carry some of them over into this game, but we can also see now that he has a tranquilizer gun. And I just like how they added that, because I think, if I remember correctly, he did have a gun in the movie, so it's nice to see that they added that into LEGO Dimensions, so that's cool. So Owen definitely looks like a really cool character, and I'm looking forward to playing as him, especially in the Jurassic World Adventure World, because I'm really excited about seeing what that's going to be all about. Next up here we can see Batman and Slimer among a bunch of gadgets and vehicles. We can of course see the Batmobile, the Samurai Mech, and the Clown Bike. Now obviously these are all really cool things, but I absolutely love Nia's Samurai Mech. I think that's super cool. And of course one thing I do like about it is, if you look at the actual fun pack, you can see that the Samurai Mech, the actual figure you get, is completely different to what you get in game. Obviously, if it's going to be a brick build, it has to be smaller, but it's one of those builds where when it actually appears in game, it's much bigger and clunkier, and it's kind of more like a big figure, if you know what I mean, but it looks super cool. And I love how Nia isn't the only one who can use it. Any character can use it. I wonder if that also applies to Slimer though, because he's obviously a little different compared to other characters, so I wonder if people like him can actually jump in Nia's mech and run around and smash things, because that thing is awesome, and it should be a lot of fun to play with every character in the game. Now in this part of the trailer we get a really nice look at Aquaman and Krager, who is actually driving the Submariner. Yes, it's called the Submariner. Now one of the reasons I really like this part of the trailer is, one, Aquaman is awesome. Two, I absolutely love how you can free roam in Atlantis. That is just so cool. I mean, you know, you get Metropolis and Gotham, which are kind of molded into one, which I'm fine with, and you can walk around that and that's cool. But then if you jump in the water and you can actually dive down, or you have you know, a vehicle that can actually go underwater like the Submariner, you can actually go down into Atlantis. I mean, that is so cool. I really hope this classic Aquaman characters maybe down there. Maybe you'll meet like Mera, or maybe you get to fight Black Manta, or just anything like that. That would be super cool. But the fact that you can free roam in Atlantis is great. And as for the Submariner, that is just so cool. You know, just see Krager driving that there. It's just really cool. That's actually one of my most anticipated vehicles, to be honest, because Homer's car, you know, it's classic. It's iconic. Homer's car is an iconic vehicle, and I can't wait to drive around Springfield with it. But the fact that it can also turn into a submarine and a hovercraft, I mean, that is just super cool. I really like that, and I hope, you know, in actual Springfield there's going to be some water locations so you can actually use it, because, you know, these vehicles and these characters and these gadgets and all that good stuff, they're available in everything. You can go in any level and any adventure world and anything like that with anyone, but it would be nice to see if the Springfield adventure world has some water so we can use everything that we get in that pack to its full advantage. Here, of course, we can see Bart Simpson flying around on Marty McFly's hoverboard in what looks to be the Portal 2 Adventure World. Now, this is really cool because we've barely seen anything on the actual Portal 2 Adventure World, so it's nice to get just even a little look at it from here. And, of course, the great thing about LEGO Dimensions is it has land, sea, and air vehicles. So if you wanted, you could get into a jet and fly up to the top of the sky there and see what's up there. And I bet you can actually go up there and there's stuff there you can do, maybe quests, maybe races, collectibles, anything like that, because with LEGO Dimensions, one of the things I love about the adventure worlds is, one, you know, they're a brilliant size. Each of them are a really great size. I was really impressed by how big each of them were, and the fact that there's 14 of them and they all, you know, retain the same size is crazy. And two, of course, they're so open, you know, they really are. You play certain games and you run around in a free roaming environment, and sometimes you'll run into an invisible wall or something like that. But with LEGO Dimensions, I haven't seen that yet in any video. Everything that you see, you can practically go to, and that was in the Wizard of Oz Adventure World, where literally anywhere you saw, you could go to. It was crazy. The Emerald City was totally open to you, and I imagine that every single adventure world, you know, it applies to that as well, which is awesome. Now then, this is an interesting part of the trailer. So here, of course, we can see Peter Venkman flying around on Krusty the Clown's clown bike, but it's a flying one, of course, in a volcano. Now, when I first saw this, the only volcano we've seen in the game so far is Lego Ninjago's Adventure World. So as soon as I saw this, I thought, oh, okay, that's definitely Lego Ninjago. And then I looked at it, and the art style is completely different from what I can see. It looks very different. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The other day, I actually picked up this book. It was just a flyer or leaflet or whatever you want to call it. It was just this little book, and it told you about LEGO Dimensions. It told you about all the fun team and level packs that are coming out and all that good stuff. But it also had some really small pictures of some of the adventure worlds that are in the game, or mostly all of them. They're not the best pictures and they're really hard to see, but I did get a good picture with my camera of the Jurassic World one, and it looks pretty cool. And if you look carefully, you can of course see in the very far top right, you can see a volcano. Now that's really interesting. I don't recall seeing a volcano in Jurassic World, the actual movie, nor was it in the actual game as well, Lego Jurassic World, the game. But, you know, maybe this is a little different to what we're expecting. Maybe it's half Jurassic World, but then also something else as well. Maybe we're actually going to be able to go back to the prehistoric era, you know, something like that. That would be pretty cool. Like I said, you know, I'm not entirely sure, but from that picture, it looks very interesting and very different, and I'm really excited about seeing what it's all about. Alright, so last but not least, this isn't necessarily anything new that we don't know about yet, but it's so cool and it definitely deserves to be mentioned. So basically here, of course, you can see the Wicked Witch. Now, as we know from the Adventure World for Wizard of Oz, it's the Emerald City, and you can completely explore that as much as you want and do whatever you want. You can fight flying monkeys and everything like that. It's great. You can do anything you want, really. Now, here's the cool thing. If you actually jump off the edge of the Emerald City, you land in Kansas, and the tornado is still going around. There's people, you know, that are worried and they want their houses rebuilt, and you can actually rebuild their houses. They've got quests for you, races, collectibles, and it's just crazy to think that you not only have the Emerald City, but you also have Kansas. I mean, that is amazing. I mean, of course, you don't have to visit Kansas if you don't want to. You can stick to the Emerald City for as much as you want. But the fact that you have that option is amazing. It really is. And of course you can jump into the tornado and this cool little sequence plays where you're flying back to the top, and it's just so awesome. It really is. And of course that applies to I think every single adventure world that they've said. You know, some of them have something in the sky, some of them have something underground, and others may even have just a water area. Like for example with the Lego movie, you've got Cloud Cuckoo Land, Middle Zealand, you've got the Bricksburg, the Old West, and then you've got the underwater area which has got new races and caverns and everything. I mean, it's huge. The adventure worlds in this game are absolutely massive. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the video, you know, this is probably the end of the trailer analysis for LEGO Dimensions, but fear not, because, you know, I'll of course still have LEGO Marvel's Avengers to cover, which is going to be amazing. Can't wait to do more news on that in October, and hopefully we'll get a new trailer as well. But of course, you know, with LEGO Dimensions, the fun is definitely not going to stop. I have so much to cover. You know, I'm most likely going to be doing things like Let's Plays and character showcases and things like that. And I know a lot of you want more commentary, and I'm planning on giving that to you because I know, you know, a lot of you kind of prefer the commentary rather than me being the silent type, and I perfectly understand that, and I'm really going to try and push that with LEGO Dimensions, because I really want you all to hear, you know, my impressions on this amazing game, because I'm super excited about playing it, extremely excited about wandering around all the adventure worlds, learn about the story and everything. It's just going to be amazing. And I'm also especially excited to hear what you all get up to. I really want to know what you all get up to on day one, what you love about the game, and what you're excited about coming in the coming months. Alright guys, so I want to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.